Good morning, everyone. Good morning, good morning. As always, everyone have an amazing day. Three things I'm thankful for. I am thankful for each one of you that watch my videos. I am thankful and grateful for the ones that want to do the self-healing for themselves. And I'm thankful for you starting to love yourself the right way. Alright. So, sorry, let me do it. I'm gonna say it like this. Yesterday, I did I think it was my last video where I was walking with a little suitcase or whatever you want to call it, duffel bag with my clothes in it. And I added some videos. did one, I'm not sure how can I say it. I did one set of videos at first, and then I took them off. So I'm going to say this. I truly believe that y'all get to see my stuff. However, sometimes I go in and I take videos out. If y'all ever go and see a video of mine, and I might have attachments, and then I take it out, and y'all come back and like, that wasn't there. I do that sometimes because my energy shifts. And so what happens is the more I feel like people are watching the video, the more I shift the energy so that people can be a little bit more, uplifting depending on what it is. The first video the first video that I did add, I was like, hold up, that's my dark humor talking. I need to pull that back. So y'all saw something about Smokey the Bear? For the ones that caught that, if you saw that, I took that one out. I do have dark humor at the same time, and I'm like, I gotta be mindful sometimes, but it's like I'm gonna be myself. However, I want to, how can I say it? I'm gonna just say it like this. Once in a while, y'all might see my dark humor come out, okay? Is it in a way of being hateful? No. I just take bad situations and find something to make it comical about it. It's like a healing process for a lot of people. And plus, there are a lot of people that do have really dark humor, okay? They understand. It's like, how can I say it? That life and death thing. Like, some people just understand the process, and it's like that. Does that mean you want something bad to happen to anybody? Nah. Ain't nothing like that. You just look at life differently. So I'm gonna give you a heads up from once in a while, if I decide to still do that, just let you know it's there. But anyway, back to the main part of it. So I added a couple of videos, and I got so caught up into it, like I kept watching the videos myself over and over again, and I was having a ball laughing. So it's just, it made me look at myself like, dang, and this is not me to brag or anything, but it's like, dang, I have a crazy tail sense of humor on things, on life, and how I bring things out, and how I interpret things in my own way. We all interpret things differently, but it's like, this is how I interpret life and how I look at things or whatever, taking certain situations and finding something funny about it. So my main thing is, I want y'all to get to a point in y'all lives that you can be able to understand your own personalities. Now, a lot of y'all are to that point where y'all starting to realize, like, hold on, was I asleep? I'm awake now, okay? And I want y'all to continue going down that journey. So that brings me to the main part of this process of what I'm talking about. I was watching a video, and I watched like 2 or 3 times of my own video, me talking. And then I watched the description videos that I done. And I was like, ain't this something? Because I tell y'all, on my end, ain't nobody watching me, So, I'm sitting here like, ain't this something? Excuse me. How in the world am I sitting here in my current situation? But if you listen to how I talk, you'll look at me or think that I'm already at the top. And it's crazy how I really literally live both worlds at the same time. Mentally, spiritually, I tell myself I'm in both worlds at the same time. And that's a form of belief, manifestation. I don't even like how that sounds, but like affirmations. It's like my own affirmation, positive reinforcement. It's literally like, I'm literally like, how can I explain it? When y'all watch my videos, I'm literally holding like a regular conversation. Like, you see, I'm in this chair, and sometimes y'all might see me out when I'm, walking. But I'm literally talking as I'm living this life. And if y'all can already see me out there. And I'm proud of myself that I do it that way, because I believe in me that much that I'm speaking to my future. So it's like a diary. You know how like back in the day, well, for the older ones, you know how like when you the older ones, when it was back in school, you had to write to like a pen pal and stuff. Like, we literally, I remember back in school, they'll make you like write to a pen pal or something, and they'll send a letter off somewhere or something like that. They used to do stuff like that. It could be to another school, it could be different things, like, and you're supposed to write back and forth. And which I'm gonna say, y'all need to get back into that. Y'all really need to get back into that, because you will get kids to understand other folks. Okay, my topic is shifting. Okay. One, it gets kids into taking thoughts and putting it on paper. And I understand, like, in this world, we got so used to technology that we forget this is healing. Your hand is healing. Your hand is a connection. You understand me? And if you don't allow yourself to connect this to this, what you thinking don't stick the same. It stick to a certain degree. But once you write it down, I think I told you, let me back up a little bit. Y'all all in my face. I think I told y'all a couple days ago. I can't remember. I say so much. So one thing about me is this. I'm a type of person that sometimes I have to see something for myself. Like, if my son, like, for example, I'm going to use an example. He could be like, Mom, you put my snacks in my book bag. And I'm like, I know it's the night before. I kind of got an idea, like, I think I did do that. Because sometimes I do routines, sometimes I don't. So for me, I'm like, let me go and check. I need to see it for myself, that you got your chips, your little treat, and your juice or whatever in your book bag for school. I need to see it for myself. And once I see it, or I could touch it, I know it's real, it happened, and it's there. That's how this is. Okay? When you write stuff down, I don't care if something happens or whatever, you write things down. You can go back. So, say, when this internet or something tells you that you are white when you black, and when you black and you white, and you wrote that down, the day I'm black, I don't know what made me say that, but you write it down. Now you can remember, oh snap, I was black. It's like that. We need to get back into writing, okay? That help us to stay connected, not just to ourselves, but to the knowledge, to understanding. I'm not knocking technology. I love technology. I'm still trying to understand technology. But, we are all technology. And you don't want to lose your memory because you forgot to write down the information or the manual to your book. Just saying. So we need to get back into that point. And having kids to start putting their thoughts down, like journaling. Back in the day in school, you used to, how was your day? What do you do today? This, and that. Or how was your week? If you could talk about something or whatever. And I know that at a point it got real bad because kids would tell everything in the book. And then the teacher reading this stuff. And then it's like, oh snap, you going through something at your house and this type of thing. And it kind of scared a lot of people because now you're getting other people involved. It's this and that. Excuse me. It's one of the things, what happens in the house, stay in the house. But this was the way for kids to get things off their heads. And also get a support group at the same time. But because of that issue happening, folks, that's why, okay, I'm shifting again, so bear with me. So that's why parents got to the point they start bullying the teachers. I'm going to tell you that right now. That's why parents started bullying teachers, and that's why kids lost disrespect with the teachers, and the teachers lost disrespect for the kids, and the parents all. That's why. That's why all the disrespect went out the door. Okay? It's because the truth of what was going on at home was finally coming out, and the teachers was trying to help fix the situation. That's the old school teachers. Those teachers that don't play. Those teachers is really about the kids' education and about their livelihood and about who they are and making sure they become something. I'm talking about the old school teachers. They the ones that's like 67, 70, 80 right now. The old school. And I I'm thankful for y'all. Those are ones that don't play. They'll tear your behind up before your parents got a chance to tear your behind up. Those. And that's what helped a lot of adults to become who they are today, because of those that stern understanding and listening to the kids. But then later on, it got to a point, like I said, people got tired of being in people's business because the parents didn't like being told on, and that's why a lot of chaos. But the thing is, we're in a different point and stage in life now. We all need to heal, okay? And you cannot get to the point where you're so scared that your kid's going to tell on you, because at the end of the day, maybe this is your way to get help. Because if you knew how to help yourself, then maybe the kids can figure it out if you can't. So we need to get back, and I'm not saying everything's bad, but we need to get back into those points, because this is how they start doing storytelling and getting imaginations and stuff like that. They write down what they love, what they like, if they could be something in the world or whatever. It was a problem. Like I said, it's a lot of different things that happen, but we are in a safer place now because we all are being mindful of what's going on. So I feel like we need to get back to that point, because this is how these kids can actually take their thoughts and actually can visualize it. And not even just that, but then their future selves can come back and remember who they was, what they liked, what they didn't like, and compare the difference to see if they still on the same track. It's a memory book, because you don't want to store too much up here to the point that this go out. So sometimes take those thoughts out and put it down. Not everybody going to get on this platform. Not everybody going to have someone to talk to. You understand? And then also getting to the point where we pen pal. So go to the opposite school. I don't care if it's the school, the rivalry school. Send letters to each other so they can get to know them, so we can all cheer each other on. I don't care if it's in a whole nother country. However y'all got to do it to a whole nother country. I don't care. Get these kids back and get to know each other, because what if they get to know someone from another country and this and that, and now they understand their livelihood. Who knows? Maybe this is the way their mentals can travel. They can get to see the world through somebody else's eyes instead of just by falsified information. Because these platforms, people can lie. And I get it. People can lie when writing. But when you start writing, you know what's so funny about this, the old school pencil? When you write, at first you falsify information because you want to sound good, but before you know it, the more you connect to the root, to the life of the tree, you start telling the truth about how you truly feeling and what's really going on and what you like and what you don't like. Not yet, baby. I know, right? I don't even know what time. It's still early. Give me a second. It's still early. Give me a minute. Huh? Look at me. Look at me. You see this? There. I know. Give me a minute. Hold on, y'all. Let me see what time it is. Go ahead. Cause it is early. Go ahead. Close the door behind you. Give me a second, y'all. My sister just woke up. Hold on 1 second. Alright. So, let me get back to it. He's just waking up. It's almost time for bed on school. So, the thing about it is, like I say, the more you communicate, the more you write, the more your truth or how you feel get put on the paper. It's a healing process. Not just for the kids, but you also get to know someone. Like I said, you get to travel in a different form. You get your mind to travel. You get your mind to open up and stuff like that. And don't get me wrong, I was just writing affirmations down like I'm thankful for it. And my hand was starting to crinkle up writing. And that also helped with the hand movement and stuff. It's not about, I'm going to say it like this. It ain't about the penmanship. It ain't about if you get all the words right. It ain't even about if it looks pretty. It's the fact of getting this. Write them down. If y'all heard the background, the toilet literally like behind my door. Okay. But yeah, so we need to get back into that. Bless you, back. Bless you. So we need to get back into that. Back into the point where kids start allowing their imagination to become a reality in ways where they can actually understand themselves and stuff. We need to get back into those things. I know technology is something, but we need to understand both sides, because it's one of the things, excuse me, if you lose it, if you don't use it, you'll lose it. And I don't want you to lose the best thing that you have, okay? Because technology is going to always change. I'm going to tell y'all that right now, because it's going to get to different points. Excuse me. And the stronger this is, the more connected you are. I'm sorry, excuse me, y'all. But the more connected you are. And I already know how technology is going to alter in certain ways. We got so many different new forms of technology. Oh my God. It's a lot. Way down the line. But I need y'all to open this and understand so you can understand this. Okay? But we need to get back to this in order for that to do it. And if you don't believe that this makes a difference, go look at everybody now. Go pay attention to how the world is now. I've been seeing more people happy, laughing, and everything, right? Because everybody's emotions are starting to come back. Everybody's starting to realize that, hey, it's okay to be myself. Now, from the year 2000 all the way up to now, and we've been all in this technology where look at the TV shows, look at the movies, look at society, look at everything. And I am changing colors while I'm talking. I'm looking and I see it. But yeah, if you see all of that, you will notice like, Dad, we don't have the imagination like we used to. We don't have the emotion like we used to. We don't have the connection because we lost count. We lost we lost the connection. Picture this pencil as the tree of life. You lost connection because you're so busy with the technology. You wanted everything to be done for you. And you wonder why you losing your mother-sucking minds. Because you are not connecting to the tree. You forgot this is the root. This is energy. It's still connected to any type of tree in the world. It's still connected. It's energy. And if you don't utilize the energy, you will lose the source. Okay? So we need to get kids back into that. Parents, if y'all want to do that, get to know people and just send, and y'all can do like a website. Somebody can create a website. And you could put information. And y'all could do it like that. And I know, but people would know our information. I was about to say the other word, but I'm trying not to. They already know how to find you if they want you. I'm going to tell you that right now. I'm like, y'all, like I said, because y'all lost connect. I'm going to say it, go back a little bit more. Excuse me. And I talked about this a long time ago. Back in the day, the ones that's in their 70s and up probably still remember the phone numbers from 30 years ago. Because they utilized this, because all they had was this. Addresses and everything. They probably could tell you the first phone number, rotary line, or whatever number they had. You understand me? But because y'all got so caught up in technology, y'all put everything on this technology, and then when people go into it, anybody can look you up. Long you got $5 or $10, anybody can look you up. In some accounts, all you need to do is pay $20 and you got unlimited resources. It's that simple. So why you scared now? You been allowing folks to know your information. How many of y'all save y'all passwords, your credit cards, phone numbers, all of this stuff in your phones? Anybody can go into your service at any time and get it. But when you do like this, no one can find it. unless you tell somebody. You understand me? So that goes to another point. This will allow y'all to get to the point where whatever your darkest and harmful, whatever emotions you feel, you write it down. Nobody can steal it from you unless you put it in the phone or the tablets or whatever. A lot of times that's why a lot of y'all are still going through certain things, is because you don't know how to release the data that's hindering you. Write that mother sucker down. Once you write it down, you can finally acknowledge it. You getting it off your chest. Because now you can look at it, you can read it, and you can see what you've done, and then you can move forward. You understand? Don't forget this. Don't forget how we all started. And in order for us to connect the roots to the tree, we need to be able to travel. Travel. In order to travel, we got to what? Connect. When y'all go outside, go look at an old school tree. Not the new school trees. I don't even know that's something. Those old school trees, all the roots are bulging out of the ground. The new school trees, they just down there. They stuck. They don't want it. Even the tree is like, I'm trying to freaking leave. The old school trees, they like, I'm out. I'm done. They trying to pull their own roots up out of the ground. The new school trees, they stuck. They don't know how to move. Because technology ruined a lot of it. But I'm not saying that we can't learn from both of it. Okay? So, in order to get to a point like I am, and I'm not the only, I'm going to tell y'all this all day. I ain't the only one. Yeah, I said I ain't. I know that ain't no grammar. That ain't how to. You should look at some of the words I write down. I think I created new ones. I'm telling you that right now. I write something down like, that ain't it. But I know what it is. That's all that matters. Sometimes I look it up. Sometimes I'm like, it's all right. So, and the reason why I say that is because I'm the only one reading it. Now, if I got to make sure someone else understands it, that's what technology for. You can look it up. You understand me? You can look it up. It ain't always have to be perfect. It don't have to be pretty. I said it a second ago. It don't. But long you understand it. And if you feel like you need more understanding, then take what you wrote down, type it up, and go grammar check it. That's the beauty in it. So you can't sit back and say, I don't know. You can't sit back and say, I can't find out. And you can't sit back and say that I didn't understand. Because along you have these, you always connected to the knowledge that you need to get where you need to go. Okay? So when it comes back to when I first started the video, excuse my nose, and I was talking about how I communicate. This is how I communicate. I have multiple books of what I'm thankful for and different things. And one thing I've noticed about myself is I don't really put descriptions down on, what I want in certain things. In certain, like when it comes to people, I don't put descriptions down. I put down what I feel that I need for myself. I feel like as me healing myself, and then whatever that image is going to be what it need to be. Because in our writing and descriptions of life and different things, we're so busy trying to have these perfect descriptions and find out what you receive is not going to look nothing like what you asked for, because you got to get past that. You got to get past that to get to the truth of what it is that your heart desire. Okay? And that goes back to communicating. This is how we communicate with each other. If we can't see what they look like, then we can actually get a real connection. Okay? Ain't no glamour. It ain't no facade. It ain't none of that. You get to understand a person for who it's like you, how can I say it? It's like, it's a mystery. When a person writes something down and they telling you about their life and the kids, whatever, and y'all talking or whatever, you don't have an idea what they look like. None. So you get to know them by just understanding them. But once you see descriptions, now your brain start looking at them differently. You're not accepting what they saying the same. But when you actually writing, now your imagination comes in. You're trying to describe what they look like, what they sound like, where they live at, how their lifestyle, and all of that. It allows you to see the world differently. And then when they describe those things to you, you can say, oh, that was exactly what I saw. Or no, that ain't what I saw. But at the end of the day, you have created a real connection because you got to know them before you seen them. Okay? But yeah, my thing is we need to get back to that point, because this is how we can be able to heal our current self so our future self can have the world that it deserves to be in. And sometimes it ain't gonna always be the way we thought it was and what it is, but that's okay. You keep writing and you will always discover. On that note, y'all have a blessed day.